question down to Paul. Perhaps he can tell us a little bit about getting ready to play your role. Did you guys hang out with some of the local people and try to pick up some of the mannerisms? I know there was some accent work that was done for the film, is that correct?
There was some what?
Some accent work, as in some of the performers were working on their maritime accents. Performers that didn't have a maritime accent that were trying to develop one for the film. I think George mentioned that in an interview.
Well, if anything, we'd want to be more American than anything else to get the kind of distribution. But no, we didn't work on any accent. I didn't. Nobody else do. In fact, if anything, we tried to, homogenize the accent. I mean, there's no point in doing their accent, nobody can understand them. And they were, they were like very happy that we were there because it meant, oh boy, all these Easterners with all that big money. They were pretty thrilled about that, I'll tell you. Everybody thought we were big stars with lots of money. This was my second film, it was just a hoot, what they thought of us. But they were very kind and everything. Work on accents? No. Work on other things? Just the flavor of being a miner. And we spent some time down in the real mine. They took us down to the face. That was very scary. And the Princess Mine? Yeah, that was frightening. We were right there at the face, right beside the drill, which is about this big. And you're bent over, and you're about this far away from the drill, and you come up, you're all black-faced. But these guys are down there, day in, day out, year in, year out. Their father, their grandfather, their son, their grandsons. It's a real amazing tradition. I don't know how they do it because it's really, really hard work in there. So you have to really respect that, and you have to somehow get it across that you, that you were of that tradition. That's about the only work I can think of that I seriously did in terms of working on character, really. You doing any character work there? Oh, scary.
You had to really stretch for your character, I think you mentioned earlier, right, Al?
Well, I had so much fun with the whole cast that just acting like a youngin was just I don't know what to say. I just want to go back to what Paul said though too, but to have the opportunity to work with George and Bob and to bring us into an audition and ask us to be a part of this project was a real privilege, and it's been a lifetime experience. I will never, ever forget Sydney Mines or working on that project. To go down to a face of a mine, like Paul just said, to be there with the men, you can't know what that feels like until you're actually there. So I think through some form of osmosis, you're absorbing some of that into your character. At the same time, my character was an apprentice. He was very young and very childlike, and he looks up to these guys, and I had hoped that I had accomplished that. But most of the time I just having a whole lot of fun, both on and off the set. And having an opportunity, I was still a very young actor at that point as well too, to have had a chance to work with some of these performers who've gone on to expand on their careers or to go into other areas too. But a wonderful experience. And thank you very much, George and Bob. I get a chance to say that after 29 years, so thank you very much.
Well, one of the funny things about the accents was the fact that if you're down there for any length of time, everyone picks it up. And after a while, honestly, we just let it go because everyone was speaking that way. So, and it was kind of, for me, it was kind of fun because it was subversive because we're supposed to pretend that it was the States. But I sort of let all the accents go, made sure there was a shitload of moose head in every shot. just to, like I said, it was a kind of the underhanded subversiveness about it.
The reason that there was so much moosehead in there is because our production manager, Danny Rosner, made a deal. There's a tradition in the film business that at wrap, you produce cases of 24 for the crew, but we couldn't afford to buy beer. So we made a deal with Moosehead that they would supply us with 4 cases, that's 24, 48, 96 beers a day, and we would put their beer in our film. And we were responsible for getting moose beer into the United States, because everybody said, what's that beer? They're all drinking that beer. Next thing we knew, Moosehead was all over the States. How about that? And also a rock band called My Bloody Valentine took our name and made themselves a big career. Bastards.
There's a weird coincidence. Lisa Ladouceur pointed out today that it's actually the lead singer of that band's birthday today.
Hey, happy birthday, Bloody Valentine.
Wherever you are, guy.
Yeah.
All right, so who's got a really bang-up question that we can end things off with? I see one right there. This guy's had his hand up.
So you guys left the movie open-ended at a time where you're thinking of a sequel?
Yeah, and it happened like the next day, 30 years later.
No, yeah, of course. I mean, the powers that be wanted to make sure that there was an opportunity for Harry Warden or Axel or somebody like him to be able to come back. So we left it open-ended. On the other hand, you know, he could have bled to death and died at the end of the tunnel too. So, but on the other hand, that has not stopped a lot of people from resurrecting, you know, just because you got your arm cut off and you're bleeding to death. You know, but, certainly not in the movies. So anyway, yeah, though we left it open on purpose. We were hoping, of course, that with the special effects, with the music, with everything else, that this is going to be a film that will have worked very well and that people would be falling over backwards to make a sequel a couple of years later.
Could this gentleman get the last question?
Sure.